What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Orlando Powder Room. Check out what we got going on today. This is a 1987 GT Pro Freestyle Tour. Got a set of repop bars, Pro Series bars, post, repop mallet, and a sprocket, chain wheel, chain ring, whatever you would like to call it, is what we got. The other is a 1988 Peregrine Expert. The Expert is going to go fluorescent yellow. It's kind of a custom deal. Still staying true to the 80s, but with a little flair. The 87 Pro Freestyle Tour is going to go back to Maui Blue. This is obviously OG Maui Blue, and this is the Maui Blue that we use. It is exactly the same color. But actually there's about 3 different Maui Blues from the 80s from GT, depending on where it was powder coated. But they're all pretty close, but this is exactly this. We're going to get this unit bundled up and get tossed in the stripper. The Peregrine, we already got a set of the Peregrine Q2 bars already in the stripper. So this is going to get blasted. We'll knock the cups out and we'll detail the frame. This one we obviously got to knock out the cuts, bundle it, toss it in the stripper. Let's go. Here we got a set of Yukai 20-inch wheels. So we are going to make the center of the wheel white and leave the lip brushed. So basically we're just going to spray the inside and then wipe the edge and then cure it. This customer didn't mention anything about these are Speedline Yukais that have the line. He didn't say anything about revealing the line, so we're going to leave the line white and go from there. First thing we do is we turn the voltage on our gun up and we turn the power output down. So we try not to put a whole ton of powder on the faces of these wheels, basically so you can see the logo, and it's easier to wipe when there's less powder. And then we just dust it in there. You still got to get full coverage, or else it'll start looking bumpy and weird. But we try to minimize it as much as possible. You really got to make sure you get the top, the heavy wheel. As you see, I got these hooks at the bottom. That way I can handle the wheel without touching too much of the powder. So we just take it, a little moisture on my finger, and just wipe the powder right off. So we'll go around this whole thing so we have a nice sharp line, and there's no powder on the faces. So we're over here at the strip tank. We got all the decals knocked off this PFT. We got our bolts and bars and stem all wired together so they don't get lost in that mess. We're gonna open her up and pull those Peregrine Q2s out. nice and stripped. Got to hit them with the blaster. The pressure washer. Yeah, so we'll just pressure wash these units and then be ready for cleanup and blast. In the meantime, the PFT will have a nice day at the spa. All right. We got the Ukais fresh after being cooled down out of the oven. Looking super slick. Came out real nice. We got our power grind up here on the operating table. This is a 7/8 brake hone for wheel cylinders on your car. That makes a perfect hone for your seat post hole. So if you got a bunch of crap down in your seat post hole like this one does, take your 7/8 hone, just like this, jam it in there, and this will make it super clean and nice in there. You see this is what it does. Not sure if we're going with a chrome seat post or a powder coated seat post on this unit, but either way, if you got a bunch of rust and crap down in there, you jam a seat post in there, and now it's stuck. Now you got a freshly powdered bike looking all clean with a stuck seat post. Nobody wants that. Look at that. I don't know how the camera works on this thing. Yeah, it's over here. But anyways, it's nice and clean inside. So now I'm going to take the big grinder. It's got a few spots. It looks like somebody had a kickstand on this thing at one time. So I'm going to polish that stuff up. There's a couple big chunks I'm going to try to square up. Looks like somebody had some vice grips or something up in here. There's nothing I can do about the knurling, which sucks, because it's got some nicks in the knurling. But obviously if you try to clean that up, obviously you kill the knurling. So we're going to clean up the ones that are beyond it. Our kickstand dimples. Then the dropouts we'll probably do with the small grinder. We'll get it ready for blasting. Of course, I put the dead battery in. She's fresh out of the blaster. Get all the big rust chunks blasted off of it. Now we're going to go through with the vibration sander, sand down any of the chrome that seems to be pitting or peeling or not smooth. All of my batteries are dead for my grinder. Convenient. So I'm going to let that charge to hit the big spots. But in the meantime, we're going to hit it with the vibrator. So spots like this, I don't know if you can see that. Spots like that where the vibration sander is not going to be enough for it. But if you hit it with the big grinder, it's kind of in a weird spot, so you don't want to dig too far. You get out the old file, old grandpa file. And just touch it up. We're just trying to make the frame as smooth as possible. Obviously, we'll never get it back to new. But we try to get it as smooth as possible so when we put the powder on it, it just looks good. Powder will cover a lot of imperfections and, you know, small nicks and little stuff. But it's never, obviously never as good as if it was smooth. So the smoother your base, the better your top coat. This is getting fluorescent yellow, so that's 3 stages. But we can't use high build primer on it because when we clear it, the clear will pull all the high build through the fluorescent yellow. So we're going to get all these little nicks, little weird spots. Get them cleaned up as best as possible. And then this thing will go sit in the oven for a while and outgas. But we're still waiting on that GT and the stripper. I should probably go flip it. And then we'll start on that. We got Bertha fired up. We're going in. This is a very delicate area. So we're just going to try to gently massage. It looks like somebody grabbed this thing with vice grips, so we're just going to try to massage it out. All while keeping the knurling and keeping the pipe round. See, there's some by the seat clamp. Looks like more vice grips. So we're going to polish that out. It's looking like a brand new unit. But we got to go back with the sandpaper to knock the heavy grinding marks out. I'm going to clean up these dropouts a little bit first. So you get the idea. I'm sure you're tired of listening to that. So I'm going to finish cleaning it up, and then it'll go out gas. So this thing's all cleaned up, ready for out gas. So she's going to go sit in the oven for a while and think about what she's done. And we're going to clean up the forks in the meantime. We got the forks here. I cleaned up the dropouts already. But the chrome needs some sanding. And a couple little spots here and there. We'll get these cleaned up, and these will go join their frame in the oven. We're going to see what that PFT looks like after it's been hanging out in the strip tank for a little while. We got to unplug our heater. This new stripper has to be heated. It's not nearly as violent as the old stuff. It still works, but it needs to be heated, and it evaporates really fast, and it's really expensive, but it's better for the environment and it doesn't eat you up, so I guess that's good. Definitely not as gangster. It's like fishing. So you can see all the old paint powder is all hanging off of it. So once the pressure washer hits it, it'll blow it right off. Try to keep as much stripper in the tank. Somebody powdered white right over a black. Now let's see if we can fish the frame out of there. So the seat post fell off of the other cluster. I heard something, I wasn't sure what it was. But here's the frame. So here's the frame after it comes out of the stripper. Everything's just loose on it. it'll the pressure washer will smoke it right off. I do have to do some fishing for that seat post though. So I got a magnet on a string. This is for anything that escapes that's metal. We try to keep the aluminum stuff in the basket. There it is, one seat post. So now I'll hit this all with the pressure washer and get it ready for prep. The PFT is outside drying up, getting ready to be blasted. So while that's out there drying, we're going to throw a base on this Paragon. Just going to do a simple white base. Gotta go beat the handlebars. But we're just going to throw a base on this and get it partially cured. That way we could not have to worry about this thing. Alright, check it out. That unit is bright. Came out real nice. So you'll probably start seeing a lot more of this bike on this channel because it is getting built here. We're building it for a customer, good friend of ours actually, who has a pretty gnarly bike collection and he's adding to it. So there's some things on their way actually coming here to get assembled and looked over and basically checked over, see if it needs anything, and some of it may go on display here for a little while. But anyways, this bike will be built on the channel, so look forward to that. We got our PFT fresh out of the blaster. So now we gotta go check it for little dents and dings and make sure we get all the media out of it. I did notice on the front tube here, it's got some pits and nicks. So we'll get all that smoothed out, but we did find a larger issue with the forks. Somebody has drilled a hole straight through them, right there. Look at that. Both sides. Why? I don't know. So now I'm probably going to take it over next door to the other side of the powder room and probably weld it up. The problem is we're going to get into that logo for sure. Not a whole bunch I can do about it. We're just going to weld it up, fill it in, and make it disappear the best we can, and we'll go from there. We'll try to open these eyelets up a little bit here, see that they're smushed in. Get these all cleaned up. But first we're gonna weld them up. Always something. So it turned out we never got a chance to weld those forks today, but this video is getting kind of long, so we're gonna cut it off. We did get a couple of consignment bikes in. We got a 87 Haro Master that we powder coated and customer built. That's on consignment, and Haro 87 FSX. So if you're interested in either one of those and we're still have it, let us know. We're doing free shipping and 10% off your next powder if you buy a consignment bike from the powder room. So that's kind of cool. But we got some really exciting, here I'll show you, hang on. So inside of this box right here is something, it's not a Haro, but it's something super exciting. So that'll probably be our next video. We're gonna unbox that unit and see what kind of surprise is hiding inside. So keep an eye out for the next video. So that's gonna about wrap it up. Go take a look at the Facebook page at Powder Room. Those bikes are on my marketplace. But you could, there's a bunch of pictures of them on there. There's some pictures on the Instagram. So go take a look at that. If you're interested, hit us up. Other than that, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.